Hi everybody, it is the Rodrigo and welcome to our newest website update for today. It is January 17, 2023. Today's update is going to be talking about the blog rolls. Yes, we now have blog rolls up on the site. Now keep in mind that not everything is officially ready because I have to add some more images to it. But let me show you how the blog roll works. So right now we do not have the blog rolls on here yet. But I do have the actual blog roll in play. Click on one of the articles, any of them, and you're going to notice something new. A few new things. First, you're going to notice that we have other episodes on the board on the right side of the sidebar. And if you click on that, you're going to get to that particular episode. Keep in mind that we only have 2 episodes up, not including bloopers. So make sure you guys check those both out, and we will get back to our third one within the next few weeks or few days. We still have to talk to the group. But the update itself is about the roleplay this board. This is going to be your blog rolls. I'm going to rename this later to roleplay blog rolls. So right now we have Emerald Hunters at 0, Roleplay Adventures at 2. Anything else has 0 on them. They do not. I don't have them up on yet. The Roleplay Adventures has 2, and that is the Roleplay Adventures blog roll. Anytime you see news about Roleplay Adventures or an episode, they will be here. Also, something else is new here. We now have the Roleplay Adventures cast photos. The cast photos are out. Now keep in mind, there's a little bit of a rule, a little bit of caveat to the cast photos. You may have noticed a few things. And this is more primarily with the main character of you are playing as. So for example, I will tell you for most part, my main character is Francis the Wolf in Roleplay Adventures. However, I will, once Francis the Hedgehog is in VR chat, I will transition. I will make that little transition to Francis the Hedgehog when needed. So for the moment, Roleplay Cast Adventure Cast is going to be based on your main roleplay character for that series. For example, like I mentioned, myself as Francis the Wolf will be the main primary control for my character for this series. However, in something like Francis the Hedgehog becomes my primary control character for that series. But you may be wondering, what happens if a character faints and stuff? That does not change your primary control. Your primary control only changes when most of the time you are controlling a particular character. So if Francis the Hedgehog faints for 1 episode, but I only have him for 1 episode, he's not my primary control. For roleplay adventures, right now it's Francis the Wolf. He has 2 to 0 in that aspect. Now, another character you might be wondering about is Lone KC here with Kyle the Wolf. He is going to be playing as multiple characters for sure. So right now, it's technically a tie. Because right now, he played as Scourge in the first episode, the Beats fight. And then he played as Kyle the Wolf in Thanksgiving. So right now, by rule, his primary control character is going to be Kyle the Wolf. So that's why I have Kyle the Wolf on the picture there. Everybody else is their primary control character for this series as of right now. I will change it when I feel that the primary control has changed. For the moment, everybody is settled. So that's the only caveat to the primary control character idea. However, I am planning another sidebar, and this sidebar will also include characters played by the same player, different characters played by the same character. player, excuse me. Different characters played by the user. So for example, I have not played other characters yet in this roleplay adventure series, but that will change very soon. It could change as soon as episode 4. But let's say I include Francis the Hedgehog as part of my character lineup. Then Francis the Hedgehog will be one of my other characters in the in that category. So once I put the other characters played by, let's say, Retroyuki, I'll put Francis the Hedgehog and Francis the Wolf, their pictures, on this page. Or I should say on the role blog. Yeah, that is the role blog. So I could also do that. Okay, let's say that KC here has played other characters, and he has. He played as Scourge the Hedgehog in episode 1. So for him, for his role, for his roles, I should say, I'm going to add a sidebar saying other characters played by Lone KC. And I will be putting him as Kyle the Wolf, Kyle the Wolf, Jake the Wolf, Shadow, and I believe Scourge. Now you might be wondering, where did Shadow come from? You might be wondering. Well, actually, that is in play because his brother actually wants to join as Shadow. But because they, I believe, only have one headset, from what I remember talking with them, so KC will actually give his headset to his brother to play as Shadow. So by rule, I am allowed to put Shadow on there on the board for Lone KC, even though that's his brother playing as Shadow, because they have one headset together. So that's a caveat to that rule. But I will be putting other roles in the page. Speaking of roles on the page, if we have the Thanksgiving one up, we have to cast photos for that too. But this is only for that episode, so this is not the entire blog roll. This is for this particular episode only. So for example, if I do not play as Francis the Hedgehog, I play as Francis the Wolf, and that's the character I'm primary control is. Then we have Lone KC as Kyle, because he only played as Kyle for that episode, for episode 4, 2. But you've been wondering, here's where it gets interesting. But Yuki, what if Francis the Hedgehog faints and you make another character? Good question. And that's where the other roles come into play. Another sidebar, if possible, will be implemented here below this, and say, let's say, other characters played by said user, and that second character will be Francis the Hedgehog if it happened. But because it didn't happen, you're not going to see another sidebar here. It is the final sidebar for the cast photos for this particular section. But there is another hidden feature I'm not talking about yet that you may be wondering about. Character information. What do I mean by that? Particularly speaking, character bios. That's the next major feature coming to the site. What is a character bio? It's a character bio. It's about the character. How we roleplay, it's like a wiki for them. But how is this going to be set up? Well, I'm going to find a template within the same template for some ideas. And then when you click on, let's say you click on, I don't know, Lone KC. Instead of seeing this, you're actually going to go instead to his bio page, as in Kyle the Wolf bio page. Okay? And then on his bio page, I I I have a feeling I'm gonna be doing it like this, where it's like a blog roll, but I'm gonna tell you where he appeared in, what series, all that cool stuff. It's like an IBM page, not IBM, but I believe there's a movie site that you learn about actors. Uh, I know it's a movie site with actor info. IMD. It's called IMD. IMDb. So let's say we have an IDMB, and let's go to a movie like let's say The Boy. No, Jack Ryan. Tom Clancy's Jack Ryan. If we click on the thing, we have cast and crew. The cast and crew, they have pages of actor. Let's go to this guy, this one, Amy Berg. So Amy Berg plays, and that is her bio page for that particular movie. Known for is another section. This sidebar can be something, and producer her role, writer upcoming for Spoken. That's a movie coming out this year. And her previous roles include other stuff like Person of Interest, the TV series, Eureka, the TV series. Um, I'm not familiar with these movies, but my point is the idea for the site for our characters here. We can make some type of um bio page for the character. So let's say I'm gonna use my character as an example because it's Francis the Wolf. Why not? So let's say Francis the Wolf is a Emerald Hunter, number one. Number two, he is a roleplay adventurer. And number three, he is a Mobius hero. Assuming that Mobius Heroes gets launched this year. And then that would be in my roles for roleplay. Then I'll be doing a section particularly for Emerald Hunters or Mobius Heroes or Roleplay Adventures. What does he do in Roleplay Adventures? How is he? His personality, his likeness, who he likes, who he doesn't like. Most of the time, you're gonna see he doesn't like Dr. Eggman, or for the case of Francis the Hedgehog, Dr. Starline. Not going to spoil why, because I want to keep it a surprise. But my point is, a bio page is coming for the characters, at least in some aspect. Okay, so that's coming up. So this is how a blog roll looks right now. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that. Because there's one more thing we're gonna be talking about before I close this update. A few more things. If we look at my community tab on the YouTube channel, I mentioned that we are going to be doing news blog, explanation of tags, picture roll, which I talked about in just a moment ago, the character gallery and info page, and Patreon. I'm going to talk first about the explanation of tags. So if we take a look at the site now, in terms of the roleplay blog roll, actually not the roll, but the episode tags, you're gonna notice Roleplay Adventures is on here as of right now. There's also another tag we need to explain, and that is the one at Thanksgiving episode. Unless I did not put it up right away here. But there's going to be episode tags like friendly banter, friendly fight, plus the series. So what I mean by that? So friendly banter used to be a thing on the old template. So if you guys remember, that was the green badge. So you guys got to see what type of content you guys are getting into when you watch. So friendly banter is one of them. Friendly fight is going to be another one. Now, we originally wanted to see if characters are going to die or not. And the answer is, for the moment, no. Not in the next few episodes, sir, my friends. You're safe. However, if a character does die in a roleplay adventure, the tag will be applied to this episode, to that particular episode, and it will be in red. Just to alert everybody, just to give you guys a heads up. Something sad is about to happen, and I want to make sure you guys are happy, or are not happy, but are informed before watching this episode. But keep in mind that once we start Emerald Hunters, those have to be watched in order, in the correct order, so that you know what's the plot. Roleplay Adventures is more of a practice run. However, it's a practice run for the big boy stuff, which is going to be Emerald Hunters, which is going to be Mobius Heroes, which is going to be whatever other series we could have. Roleplay Adventures is more of our get ready to know us. This is our introduction. Emerald Hunters is more of the appetite, the entree. Like I said earlier this year, Roleplay Adventures is our appetizer for you. Emerald Hunters is our entree round. Mobius Heroes is our second entree. Francis the Hedgehog series will be our third entree. So it's a 3-for-1 special at the restaurant. This is the same deal. Okay? What else is coming? Now I do have to fix this. I am not certain if a schedule for a VR chat live will be suitable for this section. I am going to test out something, however, to make it happen. However, I'm not sure if it's going to be suitable. Just because of the way that the site template is. I don't want to just start putting stuff out there just because. I want to make sure it makes sense and it's correct. However, this part is now fixed. I actually got to fix this. So if you guys remember, the roleplay adventures on the homepage did not have all the images for the actors, for the VAs. So Spooky Twig was actually missing. Bolt was actually missing. Now you may be wondering, wait a second, why is there a question mark with Bolts the Hedgehog? That's because we have not decided a character for him yet. So that's why question mark is currently on the board for Bolts the Hedgehog. However, once we talked with him for Roleplay Adventures, then I'll actually update this. He might be playing as his own OC though. I have not officially declared it. We have to declare that first before we put it on the site. For sure, everybody else is safe. Everybody else is clear. Okay, for Roleplay Adventures, that is. Francis the Hedgehog series, obviously nothing. We haven't started yet. Emerald Hunters, the only reason I'm there is because I put myself as video producer. Same thing as Francis the Hedgehog. So that's fixed up for you guys, so you guys can check to look at that. But the other thing I want to talk about today is Patreon. Okay, I have to roll back one thing. I really think if I roll back this, it's not going to affect it much. But I have to roll back the early access reaction videos. And the reason why I'm rolling that back instead is because I think the reaction videos are more of, let me get those out there right away. And there's another reason why I'm going to roll that back. Originally speaking, because of me reacting to videos by Tavarius Sater Peace, I am not comfortable with earning revenue off of that. I'm sorry, but that's the rule. What do I mean by this? Well, if I start like doing charging or automatic charging because of Patreon, if I start doing something like that for reaction videos, then it's gonna be very hard to do for other content creators. What if, for example, they do not allow me to monetize for that particular reaction video? I know the money is coming from YouTube and not from them. But what if they don't want me to do that? So officially, I am going to roll back on the early access reaction videos as of today. You're not going to get early access reactions after all, unfortunately, and that's only because of what would have happened. What happens if Tavaria does not approve of me making money on said videos? So for that reason, I am officially removing that from Patreon and YouTube memberships. However, roleplay videos are not being removed. I will be putting that as early access. You're still going to get your name in the highlights videos, don't worry, they're coming. And name in the website and the support page. Just for the reaction videos, I have to move back on that. It's not gonna happen anymore. And it's just because I don't want everybody getting mad at me because I'm making money off videos for reactions. That's not me. So I'm gonna roll that back. Now, how about the launch date of the Patreon? It's going to be sometime this week. It's going to be this week for sure. I just have to figure out the other two tiers. But for now, we're only going to do a single tier. Just because I want to get it kick-started. Okay? So what will you get instead of early access reactions? Well, I am thinking of early access update website update videos. Instead of early access reactions, I'm going to give you early access website update videos. You're going to get them earlier by 1 day or a few hours. So that I can give you guys a taste of what to look forward to when you go to the website. Okay? Now, the website will still be updated for everybody. So that you can check it out. But members get to play with it first. Okay? So make sure you are a member if you want to play with it. Okay? So have fun with that. So that is it for our update for today. Hopefully you guys enjoyed what you got to see. Because this week it's gonna get spicy up in here. So get ready for that. I will be updating this stuff here. So on the menu right now it says roleplay news, blog and blog details. I'm gonna start putting that as like roleplay news for the series, and then sometime like an all news thing. And I'm gonna do roleplay blog roles on the menu. Lots to look forward to, everybody. You guys are ready. And then we'll be adding the Patreon once I have actually launched it this week. All right. So make sure you guys check that out. Merch shop might also appear. I will consider, but I don't want to just do that just because. Because the merch shop is technically from Streamlabs. Okay, I'm gonna do it from Streamlab for the merch. So if you go to the shopping cart or the demo shopping cart, you're gonna notice this. Keep in mind that there is no PHP. I'm not gonna go into that. But basically saying I'm going to put in the information of the product, but there is no coupon code, there is no update card, there is no continue shopping. It's going to be, I'm going to let you know that if you want to buy these items, check out the Streamlabs. You're not going to be able to buy them here in the site. Because my shop is going to be operated by Streamlab, which is what I use for the alerts and stuff. I will, however, preview the items on this page, just to give you guys a taste of what you can buy on the Streamlab. Okay, I will still put the price, but there's no quantity, there's no remove, there's no total, because the price, the total will matter when you actually shop on Streamlab. Keep in mind that the price that will be presented is without taxes. So your local, state, and city tax, let's say Las Vegas, will be updated when you go to Streamlabs. So keep that in mind when you are shopping for merch, because I'll only be able to post up the price that is included on Streamlab. Okay, I'll try my best not to go over with the prices, like $50 for a sticker. Not gonna do that. But I'll try my best to be as reasonable with the price as possible. Alright? So that is how it looks like for now. So that's the upcoming merch page. Then that's it for this update. We'll see what happens next week. I mean, in the next few days, when I update the site with the other stuff. Okay? We'll see you guys soon.